Today we're bringing you another unboxing, and well, you might notice that they're already unboxed, right? While I was at work, my brother went to pick them up, and of course we're not going to leave them in the box just for the sake of an unboxing video. So we unboxed them, well he did, and put them away, and then put them back in the box for this video. But before we do that, I have an incredibly awesome, exciting announcement. One that we've already announced, but throughout the weekend I am going to shout it from the rooftops because I am beyond excited that Rhyno's Royals is now sponsored by RGI. A sponsorship is not something that I go and actively look for. For me, a sponsorship has to make sense. And if you've watched our videos, I've already been talking about RGI for quite some time now. So to me, this just makes sense. And it's a partnership that I already use, that I already love, that I already support. So I am very, very happy and excited. If you don't know what genetic testing is, you can actually check out our whole video we already did on this quite some time back, and we'll put a link to these sites where you can actually order your own genetic tests. Again, thank you RGI. We are so excited and so happy to be sponsored by such an incredible partner. All right, starting off first, this animal came to us from Designer Ball Pythons, as you can see here. This is a pretty cool custom sticker they have here. And again, once more, before we open this animal has already been removed and placed in its home. I was at work while my brother went and picked it up. We're not going to leave it in a box all day. That would be dangerous to its health, and we need to know and make sure it's all good. So what you're seeing here is not how it was shipped originally. Well, first off, nice cool little card here with a lot of hair. Thanks for that, Johnny. You're welcome. As soon as I lift this, you're going to see the animal. It's not going to be in a bag because of the fact that it's already been opened for the safety of the animal, but I have not laid eyes on it yet. Oh, very, very cool. This is a female, and what you are looking at here is a hypo GHI pastel. My first, what you can actually see hypo. I do have an actual visual hypo, but you wouldn't be able to tell it because it's an all white snake. I wanted to get more representation of hypo, and I also wanted to get more GHI. Looks to be in great shape. Let's go ahead and get her out of here. I believe she's actually in shed. With hypo, it can be a little bit more difficult to tell. Usually you can tell by their eyes, but I think she is like going to shed like tonight. Actually, yeah, you can tell kind of right there. There's little bits of it starting to flake up. I kind of want to expand just a bit for hypo, and I have a specific project in mind for her, and it just so happens to be the next snake that we open. I really love just what she is. I love GHI, and I've begun to really appreciate hypo. I'll just straight up admit that I overlooked and classified it as an old recessive, but that is not the case, and I learned that hypo is very cool. So this is the first one that I purposely purchased to have the hypo gene in it, and then she is probably not going to be with me forever. She'll be with me for a while. She is a proven breeder. She has not been paired this year. I don't know if I will. Really depends on her, I suppose, but I do have plans for her, and she is awesome. I really love what GHI and stuff does to this. It really lives up to this ghostliness, and I like some greens in here, and hypo can do that. It flirts with this moss type color. Obviously, it's not a actual green, but it gives the illusion of green, and sometimes illusions are believable. When you look right here at this part of the snake, I see like a mossy like look, and that's partially because of the GHI. I don't know how nervous she is. Definitely does not look like she trusts me. Okay, good. Don't go after me. I can't wait to plug her into a bunch of other projects. I have a GHI spot nose clown het hypo, 100% het hypo male, which I proved out by sending his shed test in to RGI, which really was my first forte into hypo when I found him. Eventually, yes, I will pair those two together to get hypos that are all 100% het clown. She's gonna go for your hands, man. You said when you got her, she was really mad, right?
Yeah, she was.
She's calmed down, not huffing and puffing and hissing and going after me right now. Probably just because she feels super duper intimidated, but my job to prove to her that that's not necessary. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. The male. Eventually I would like to put him to her, but it won't be first. The first one will be in the next box. But next I would like to do that because I can get super GHI hypos that are het for clown, mixing that spot nose there, and I've got a recipe for awesomeness. Very, very excited to have her. Thank you very much to Designer Ball Pythons for sending her my way. We're gonna go ahead and get her put back away so she can relax and get used to the home, and yeah. Just chill out. Look at her stretch out here. There you go. Big girl. I am really excited about what's in this box here. Without further ado, well, these are cool. They're really sharp looking card. Obviously from KC Reptile Lab. So what is in the box? Alrighty. What you are seeing here, if you do not know, would not surprise me because it's a much lesser known gene. What you're seeing right now is a striker that is also fire, and he is 100% het hypo. He also looks kind of upset right now. He's just like, I was in a box, then I was in my home, and now you put me back in a box, and now you're looking at me again. I'm sorry. We have talked about the striker gene a bit lately, and a lot of this seems like a bit of a crazy journey for me because I really love another gene that this is compared to an extent, and maybe even thought to be the same. But let's talk about the striker gene. Obviously fire, it's an enhancement type gene. A lot of people say it lightens it up, which it kind of sort of does. This is a proven breeder male. They look a little different as babies, but as you can see, he still looks very, very nice. What striker does is it kind of jumbles up the pattern and brings it a little bit more towards the back. I seem to think that it kind of lightens the animal, but fire does that as well. So what you're seeing here is a bit of an amalgamation. Now, fire does not do what it's doing to this pattern, which is to really just jumble it up. A little bit of pixelation down there, I see. But really what I'm talking about here is the ability to bring it back and over the animal. So you're seeing pattern now a little bit more on the top of it. Not completely, but it has definitely annihilated the alien heads. It's almost like little mushroom clouds in a way. And two floating alien heads coming out of the top of the snake. That's kind of weird, right? Just one copy of this gene just by itself is really cool, but when you're putting it with other things, especially color morphs, I think is just phenomenal. But where striker, I think, blows you out of the water is its super form. The super striker is insane. It is really only replicated in one other type of animal, and that would be the zebra. It has a very uncanny resemblance, leading some people to believe that this is a het zebra and that the het zebra is a striker. I don't want to say one way or the other. All I want to say is that they do have similarities, enough so that the question is, I would say, warranted, but it doesn't matter because they're both high-end, high pattern disruption animals. They are incredible display animals. When you look down upon them, they look awesome. This guy really is antsy, which I don't blame him. He literally was in a box on a plane ride, but look at his just cool, awesome pattern here. Totally just disrupted, totally changed, totally foreign to what a ball python normally is. And you can see these kind of orangey tints, and we haven't even gotten to the fact that he's het hypo, which again leads to the point why I want to pair him to the hypo that I just got. I can create striker hypos. I create those striker hypos, and then I can attempt with those babies, since I already have the visual hypo in it, to go for a super striker hypo. In a relatively short period of time, I just gotta create the female, right? I just gotta hope I get a little bit lucky. I have a visual female in there, and I'd like GHI to come along for that ride too. I think that would be very unique and cool. I don't know if anybody's ever created a GHI striker or a GHI super striker, the hypo being in there as well. And my benefits here is that I can create a het hypo out of this pairing. I can not hit the hypo, but know that everything will be het hypo. I don't have to worry about that, and I can see what the super striker would be like without the hypo being hit too, possibly. I'd like to get a nice visual representation of everything. I'd like to get the super striker GHI, and the super striker hypo. Now, will that happen? I wouldn't bet on it, but if I can scratch my itch on one of those, see what that would be like, that would be very, very cool. Honestly, like getting this animal, I really wanted it for its pattern disruption and its ability to make those super strikers, and my ability to kind of work something unique to an extent in a gene that not really a lot of people have. But I won't lie, like I am a little surprised by the granulation. I didn't expect that, and it's a very welcome surprise because I love granulation. So I really got this for its potential and what it can create for me, and how I can plug him in right away, you know, after he relaxes and has a few meals here. Same with that female, make sure they're all good. But I'm very, very happy. These beautiful shadowing here, the granulation in the pattern, something with the color. I think that's the fire doing it though, but the pattern is just nuts. There are a lot of exciting things that are going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. Every year is going to be even crazier for us, and I can't wait to bring it to you. Thank you again to Designer Ball Pythons and to Casey Reptile Lab for this boy here. And again, I can't express how happy and excited we are to be working in a sponsorship with RGI. It is an amazing tool that's going to save you a lot of time and answer you a lot of questions. So again, check them out in the description. Hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly did. If you wanted to check out our video that we did on genetic testing and how to order it and our own personal experience with it, you can actually see that video right here.